Right guys, something a little bit different today. One of my main interests is my steam models and steam engines that are very old, and I love playing about with them. I'm also interested in any old technology, and this was bought for me as a Christmas present, and I thought I'd show it to you because it's a fascinating little bit of kit. They're not expensive, and I thought I'll just get it out, show you what it is, and we'll get it going. So let's have the box. They're really well packed. It's a delicate little. They call it a physics toy. It's very delicate. It's very nicely put together. It's packed tight because some of these parts are really fine. It looks beautiful. It looks really well made. It's so well balanced. Look at that. This is just gently touching. So well balanced. It's got the displacement piston under there. So yeah, you can be so gentle with it. But it's a fascinating little bit of I mean, when I first got it out of the box, I've run it once or twice. When I first ran it out of the box, my wife brought me in a cup of tea, typical English. Brought me in a cup of tea. Also works with coffee. I'll show you in a minute. And I got this little Stirling engine out of the box, and I put it on top of my cup of tea, and just the slightest little touch after a minute, and off it went. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I thought I'd put it on the channel, and I might get one or two more of these little Chinese engines because they are super cheap. They are super cheap. Really nicely put together. Let's just show you around it. Look at how delicate it is. Really delicate. Very, very, very well balanced. I think this, this is 2026 now, and I think this was less than £40, so it's probably going to be sort of €45 and about $60. It's not a lot of money for what it is. So you really have to be gentle with it. But so I've got a cup now. Let me just, and I put some hot water in a flask earlier. It's a small flask. I'll undo the lid. So this is, I would say this is a cup of coffee hot. And yeah, you see how long this takes to go. So the displacement piston in the bottom, it isn't a tight fit piston, which I first thought they were before I ever had one. Yeah, straight away, beautiful. It works on the differential of the bottom and top plates temperature. So the top and bottom plate are both metal, and the brass pins. The actual flywheel seems to be made of plastic, but the surround is pressed on brass. can see the displacement piston working. Now as that comes down, it creates a vacuum to bring the smaller piston down, and with the momentum of the flywheel, that's really what pulls the displacement piston down. And then with the heat underneath, it pushes the displacement piston up again, and you get a continuous motion. If I take this off for a few seconds, it will slow down and then completely stop. It's relying on the temperature differential between these two plates. I've seen other YouTubers do it the other way around, where you can put one of these on an ice pack, and it will still works the same as long as there's a reasonable temperature differential. Now, I'm not in the workshop today. I had a small operation a few days ago, so I've got to be indoors. I can't go down the workshop, and I still maintain my interest for these models, toys, or whatever you call them. And I couldn't resist doing a video of this one because I'm just fascinated by it. I mean, this is early 19th century technology. Robert Stirling came up with the idea because so many people were dying from boiler explosions from steam engines that he wanted to design an engine where he didn't need steam. And this is what he came up with. Obviously this is a small toy for demonstrations, and you could, it's good for teaching kids physics, but obviously come up with some much larger models what did power machinery. So that's my little contribution today, guys. Hope you like it, and I think it's a terrific little model. I know I'm going to, like I said before, I'm going to go through and try and get a few together, different models. Because some of these Chinese ones, I know people put the Chinese stuff down a bit, but look at that. I mean, I'm sure there's, I'm going to see if I can make a small collection of Stirling engines. Now, I've got a lovely Stirling engine. I've got a George Carat from 1911. I'll put a picture. It's not working at the moment. I think there's a leak there or something, so it needs to check it, but I've only just got it. So I'll be putting a video of a George Carat Stirling engine from 1911 very soon. Yeah, off she goes. It's a graceful little engine. Very delicate. But you'd get this out of the box. You'd put it on your mug of coffee or your mug of tea, and within 30 seconds that's going. I'm going to try and get a small collection of them. Amazing. I love it. Someone knew what I wanted for Christmas. Cheers, guys.